Alright, we good. We good finally. Alrighty, gang. We doing a mountain run today. I'm guessing I'm leading?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's do this. Woo! Alrighty, how's everybody doing today? Hope you're good. We are gonna go and do, as I'm sure as you've seen by the title and the fact that I just said it, we're doing a light little mountain run today. Something a little different, more about the riding, less about the talking today. I'll be talking a little bit, but for the most part I'll be locked in. I'll probably talk about, like, I don't know, I guess leading mechanics, which I'm no expert. I just kind of know what I know and don't know what I don't know. Oh yeah, and tire management. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put this out right here, right at the beginning, so everybody hears it. Swerving back and forth in the lane does not heat up your tires. Does not heat them up by any means. You want to heat up your tires, go fast and then brake hard. Brakes will transfer the heat into the tires, and the road will transfer the heat as you go faster. That's the best way to do it. That swerving left and right does basically nothing for them. Sure it might do a little something, but not really. Not really. Not enough to where it's worth it. Hard brakes. These cars are taking forever. Why are we not turning left? But why are we not turning? Dude, there's been so many windows to go. Come on. Now that car turns. Gosh dang it, now another car has to turn. Okay, here we go. Okay. Alrighty. So, where was I? Oh yeah. Hope everybody's doing good. Mountain run. Yeah, braking hard and accelerating quickly will heat up your tires the most. They're naturally going to get warmer. If you do mountain runs, what I always recommend, go up slow, one, so you can check for cops. And you let your tires heat up, and you go down fast. I'm hoping there's not going to be a lot of cops. If you get pulled over, I'm cooked, because I don't have my updated insurance. I just realized that. I don't have my updated insurance card. So if we get pulled over, I'm getting a ticket, probably no matter what. If we get pulled over, I'm getting a ticket, basically no matter what, because I don't have my insurance on me. So I can get that dismissed, though. All right, let's go. Sudden and lots of braking to heat up them tires. Okay, so let's see what else is happening. What's happening in the world? The Texas floods are crazy. That's insane to me. That's awful. So many people have died from that. That's terrible. So that's sad. So if you pray, keep your prayers out for the Texas homies. I posted on Instagram and got a pretty good rage bait going there. For those of you who don't follow me, same as my YouTube, just on Instagram, that BLUE_GXR. Basically said that my bike was faster than a whole bunch of bikes just to piss people off. Worked for the most part. Got a couple like leader bikes angry when I didn't even like comment about leader bikes. I just commented about all the 600s, except for the CBRs, because I like the CBRs too much. I didn't dare diss on them, but everything else I did absolutely diss on, so that's nice. Make sure my helmet vents are open. I'm hoping it's not going to be too windy. The wind audio wasn't very loud in the last video I posted, so I'm thinking we'll be fine this time again. You know, I can always, like I said previously, I can always just adjust audio. I hope my booty crack is not showing. That's a real problem, dude. When you're riding a bike, dude, whenever you actually get on the bike, the way you gotta sit on the bike, it low-key exposes my butt. Not like that much, but like, I don't know, you typically see my boxers, bro. So I gotta be careful. I gotta make sure my boxers are up extra high, or my crack's gonna be showing. I'm gonna be flashing my crack to the world, which is not good. But it's okay. I think we're alright. That's the only downside of wearing hoodies when you ride, right? Is they, especially in the wind, they just flap up and you know your back's exposed. Side note, I don't know if any of you have seen it, but the dudes that on Instagram that ride around basically naked, it's hilarious. Don't know if anyone else has ever seen that, but it's so funny. So funny. I think it's hilarious. You can say what you want about that, but I love it. Personally, I think it's so funny. My pockets are not zipped up. So, didn't really check it. Tried to check my tire PSI, but was pretty unsuccessful. Gosh dang it, dude. I need to get this pocket zipped up. Always make sure your pockets are zipped before you're riding. So when you're on the bike, it's really hard to zip your pockets. Believe it or not. As hard as that may be to believe, very, very difficult. Now, I guess I'll touch basic leaning mechanics. Your lower body doesn't do near as much for you as people say. Yes, it helps, but the big thing's in your upper body. You want to pull your chest over the side of the bike you're trying to lean on. Because, I mean, yes, your lower body carries weight behind it, but there's more weight in your upper body and upper mass than there is in your lower body and lower mass. So getting your upper body over is going to do a lot more than if you just lean your leg like this. You're not going to move. But if you lean your body, you'll cut over a lot faster, and then obviously you mix the two and you get the most amount of weight off over the side of the bike, which helps you lean the most. So it's that combo. And then obviously target fixation is a big thing, especially with newer riders. It's really easy to hyper fixate on something while you're cornering. Always look ahead. Look ahead. The bike will go where you go. You got to learn to trust the bike and where it wants to take you. Wherever I look, the bike will make its way to at some point. Obviously, I'm going too fast, I'm going to run wide and not hit my target. If I'm going too slow, I'm going to cut short. So it's all about finding kind of that sweet spot with your throttle and your speed, which kind of comes second. Start slower and then increase up. Because if you're going short and you're taking too much of an inside line, that's a lot easier to adjust and correct than if you go too wide. And if you go too wide, then you have to brake. You know, it's a lot easier to slowly increase speed as you get used to a corner rather than decrease speed mid-corner because you're going through too fast. Yeah, and then looking ahead, and hopefully I can be a good representation of that in this kind of video. So, I mean, no matter what, look ahead, look ahead, look ahead, look ahead. And I'm not saying you can't look at the road. I like to look at the road when I'm cornering every once in a while. I like to look down and make sure I'm staying on my line. I like to see where my exit's at. You know, take my eyes off the exit, look at the apex, make sure I'm hitting both spots like I'm wanting to. And yeah, so look through, don't hyperfixate, and focus on upper body leaning. Those will work wonders for your ability to corner, in all honesty. And then obviously, you know, don't push it super hard as soon as you go on the ride, because your tires aren't going to be to 10th, giving you the most grip. Then obviously tire PSI will affect how your tires are gripping, and all that fun stuff. If you're on busy mountain roads and stuff like that, stay in the right lane if there is 2 lanes, like in this case, because if you hug that inside lane mid-corner, cars will leak and they'll go over the line, and you really don't want to be taken out by a mirror or something like that. At least where I live, there's a lot of trucks with tow mirrors, so they stick out extra far. So they stick out extra far, so you want to be, I mean, aware of something like that. I mean, for the most part, you'll be fine. If you're not on the line, you should be okay, but be aware, just don't hug the inside line, you know. You know, unless you're hitting the apex, don't hug that inside line, you know. You really don't want to be taken out. I had a coworker, his son had that happen to him. He got hit in the face with a tow mirror, and you know, caused him to crash. So, oh, that's not a cop. I lied. We're good. Yeah, so the cops up here are in white trucks rather than cop cars. So, and they're all sheriffs. It's a smaller county, so I'm pretty sure they're all sheriffs, but yeah. So whenever I see a white truck pulled off to the side like that, I didn't see the yellow light soon enough, but I thought that was definitely thought that was a cop. So, and if you're riding with people and you're not on comms, look back every once in a while if you're leading, and ride your own ride. You know, I mean, if the guy in front of you is going significantly faster than you feel comfortable doing, don't match him. Go your speed. You guys are going to have the same exit spot or reach the same spot, even if they speed off. I mean, obviously, if you're on the freeway and stuff like that, it could be a different case. But on mountain roads and stuff like that, there's typically one entry, one exit. I mean, it's one road that goes straight through. No turnoffs, no this, that. So most of the time, you don't need to worry about getting lost. It's just keep going straight until you reach the town, or you know, you see your friend pulled over on the side of the road. And if they're a good friend, they're not going to go speed off without you that heavily. You know what I mean? They're gonna try their best to stay with you, or at least acknowledge if you're newer that they're not going to be going as fast as you. Yeah. Anyways, those are the basics of mountain roads and cornering. Obviously, you can trail brake. That's a whole separate thing for beginners. I recommend braking before entering the corner. If you're going wide, use the rear brake. Don't grab your front brake. Don't just grab your front brake, because you will throw yourself over the handlebars and have a terrible crash, so don't do that. Don't panic brake ever. That's just kind of a general rule of thumb for everywhere. Around town, I mean, you can brake hard. There's a difference between panic braking and braking hard. Braking hard's in control. Panic braking, you're just slamming your brakes. And my bike, or older bikes where you don't have ABS, you will lock your brakes if you panic brake, which is going to far worse than if you do a hard control brake. So that's just kind of something to be aware of. Huh. I think that's everything. So, yeah. So you guys are going to get a little bit of the country, or not country, forest side of where I'm from now, which I think is beautiful. Obviously, we're riding midday, but the sunsets when you do this ride are beautiful. I'll make a video of that sometime soon, so you guys can see that. That's the best, man. I love the sunsets in these foothills. They're the prettiest thing ever. Swear on my life. I even think it's pretty now. Oh my goodness, it smells like roadkill though. Nasty. Amazing weather. Yeah. If you're on a 300 and you learn a 300, you'll keep up with bigger bikes in cornering as well, especially in mountain roads. I mean, yeah, I mean, every bike has its different weight and different cornering ability at different speeds, you know what I mean? So if you're on a 300, don't stress about trying to keep up on thousands in the straights, because you'll keep up with them in corners. That much I do know. And it is windy as hell. Oh, another thing is butt position. I like to get one butt cheek off the seat on whichever way I'm leaning. There's not the roadkill, never mind. I like to get one butt cheek off whichever direction I'm leaning. So, and all leaning does is it makes it so the amount you have to, getting off the bike, using your body to lean, makes it so the bike isn't leaning as far to make the same turn. So say I was using no body off the bike, I would have to lean the bike at a hard 45, whereas if I'm leaning with my body, I'm not going to have to angle the bike itself at that 45. So it's leaving me more amount of grip left on the edge of my tires to make the same turn. Stop. People got watching. If you listen to music, it's not a bad idea to. I typically don't listen to music, or at least focus on my music when I'm riding, at least doing twisties. I get pretty locked into the corners for the most part, and focusing on making sure I'm hitting my outside to inside, back to outside for each corner and each turn, making sure I'm setting myself up, and then just really focusing on my mechanics as I'm leaning through. But everyone's different. Some people like listening to music, some people like talking. I typically don't talk to my friends just because I'm not talking. And if they're jibber jabbering about random stuff, you know, I want to be focused on the road when I'm cornering, you know. Little tunnel coming up. We'll see if we can get good audio off of that. Oh yeah, and if you can, try and find a couple gears, like find a gear on that you're comfortable in, like, I don't know, hang out in like 3rd and 4th gear or something like that. You know what I mean? You don't need to be switching through all the gears. I typically hang around 2nd, 3rd, maybe, or 3rd and 4th maybe. Just kind of depends on how fast I'm going and how fast you're going. Will change kind of the speed at which you're cornering at. So, I mean, overall it's going to be different every time. Dude, I thought that was a freaking cop. Heart attack, bro. Goodness gracious. Yeah, that's the only other kind of big downside of these roads, is any trucks pulled over you think is a cop. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of everything I've got. Nice little tunnel. And, yeah, I mean, I think that's everything, honestly. You know, foot position, I can't exactly show you, but, you know, if you want more in-depth pointers on cornering and stuff, go find a video. There's plenty of actual track coaches that make videos on YouTube. I looked it up. I watch YouTube videos on how to corner constantly, and it's something I constantly want to be improving on and making sure I'm doing correctly. You know, so it is something that's important. You know what I mean? Cornering. If you know you don't know how to corner properly, you know, that's why my first crash happened, is because I didn't know how to corner properly, and that resulted in me wrecking. So you know, it's just stuff like that. You know, you got to be small stuff. You want to make sure you're doing right, and you know, you're constantly improving. You know, it's the difference between wrecking and making it through the corner, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Which I feel like I already said once, but I could be tripping. Yeah. What else is there to talk about? Oh, here's a joke for you. Comment if you get the answer. Don't listen for the answer and then comment. All right. What do you call a fancy fish? I'm assuming you said I don't know, or the wrong answer. Sophisticated. Ha! I got dad jokes, that's right. Why does a flamingo stand on one leg? Because if it stood on zero, it'd fall over. I'm so funny. I'm so funny. Absolutely hilarious. Yeah, make sure you also looking back and checking on your peoples while you're riding as well. At least if you're in lead like me, check on your peeps. Now this is where the fun begins. And sitting in a higher gear when you're cornering isn't necessarily a bad idea either, because it does make it so you can give more throttle early and you don't have to worry about, you know, giving it too much throttle and sliding that back tire out on yourself, you know what I mean? Check on homie, he's chillin'. So for the most part, this road's pretty free from cops most of the time. And obviously there's something you want to look out for. See, look ahead. And I understand looking ahead can be frightening when there's something blocking. I mean, it's easy to look ahead when there's nothing. Like, say when I'm looking left, I can see the exact exit of this road and where I'm going. Whereas if I'm taking a right lean, there's a wall of trees or something on my right side that's restricting your view, and I know it can be frightening to try and look ahead through the corner in that situation, but you just have to trust, you know, which is why I say take it slow the first times you take roads, is because you don't know the road yet, you don't know how sharp the corner is. So if you're just barreling through all of it, you know, you can look ahead, but you don't know where that exit is at. Whereas, you know, I've been riding this road for a while, so I know where that exit is at, which means I can trust just looking at the mountain, and I'll go where I want to go. And, you know, at the speed I'm going, I know I'm not going to slam into the side of the mountain while I'm looking ahead. If you're a professional and you're seeing this, let me know. Give me some pointers in the comments, or correct anything that I've said wrong. Yeah. These are just the things that work for me. Obviously, different things work for other people, so it's not like what I say is what's going to work for you. Now, you got to find what you're comfortable doing and how you're comfortable riding before you can, you know, really pick if, you know, you like how you're leaning or the techniques I'm recommending. Blind corners specifically, stay away from the inside line, just because that's where you're most likely to get hit. And if you feel yourself going wide or off the line you don't like, just roll off the throttle, and I mean, naturally you'll start to tighten up. You know, you don't have to brake. You know, obviously if you're barreling through it, I would recommend braking, and that's if you're going to be barreling into the corner, I would recommend learning trail braking and whatnot, more than anything. Oh, they're letting us through. Thank you. That was so nice. Or they were pulling over because the river's right there. Look ahead, look ahead, look ahead, look ahead. Follow your line. And squeeze the tank with your opposite knee. You know, you should have, you know, the side you're not leaning on, your foot should be on the peg. You know, that's kind of the only thing holding you onto the bike once you really get at least a steep angle. That's really the only thing holding you on your bike. That and core strength. So far it's looking like there's not going to be any cops, which means it's going to be nice for going down more than anything. thing to be aware of is on mountain roads, if you're going to get pulled over, you're going to get pulled over. There's no avoiding it. I mean, it's one road in, one road out. You're going to get got if you try and run. So be aware of that too, man. If you're a runner, I wouldn't do canyons, you know, unless you can guarantee no cops are going to be at where you entered the mountain road, then I wouldn't run. You know what I mean? Yeah, I definitely wouldn't go at the exit, because the exit's going to be wherever the town is. Assuming you're not living in the town going away from the mountain. If you're going towards the mountains, you're going to get got. I mean, they can, radios are faster than bikes. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. See how that truck went over the line right there? That is exactly what I mean by don't stay too far inside. That was the most prime example of it. Watch out for different kind of blotches on the road or shadowed spots. The road's most likely going to be colder than it is on one of the sunny parts, so that's more like, and in my opinion, that's more critical stuff for if you're really going fast. And I mean, in my opinion, not the most important, but changes to each person. You know what I mean? So. Look ahead. Throttle at apex, you know, I wouldn't recommend throttling sooner. But on the exit, obviously throttle out. Is that where there's... this truck to turn. I want to see if it's a sheriff or not. I don't think it is, because I don't see a radio antenna, but you never know. You never know. I think that guy has a Yamaha sticker in his back windshield, which tells me it's probably not a cop, but we're going to be stuck behind him for a minute, which is okay. Which is okay. Look ahead, look ahead, look ahead, look ahead. And when you do look, if you want to look back at the road while you're cornered to make sure you're on your line, look over with your eyes. You know, you don't have to turn your whole head away. Just take a quick peek down with your eyes and then look back ahead. And there's no harm done with that. That's what I did. I'll look ahead if I want to make sure I'm keeping my line. I'll look down with my eyes, or watch my line with my eyes, not my whole head. Don't ride a dude's cheeks because he's not going as fast as you when you're going up a mountain. If a car's slowing you down, don't be an a-hole about it. Obviously, don't pass mid-corner. I mean, if you get stuck behind someone and you gotta go slow, it's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. You don't have to pass on a double yellow. You can just kind of sit back and enjoy the scenery. You know, just enjoy the ride. You know, it's not all about speeding. Sometimes it's about the sights. You know what I mean? And obviously the faster you go, the more you have to lean. That should have been like probably one of the first things I said, but you know, that's pretty basic thing. Yeah. I do have music going right now, I'll be honest. I have been paying attention, but now that we're going slow, I am paying attention to it, and it's not good. Oh, and one other thing I'd recommend is adjusting your hand position. So I recommend putting your hand on throttle at kind of like a 45, like your middle finger at a 45 from the end of the bar. Because what that allows is you can turn your wrist without having to tuck your elbow in to the tank. Because I mean, if you're grabbing it like this, when you rotate down, you have no choice but to rotate your arm. When you're like this, you can just rotate wrist. Arm will naturally kind of lead down with it, but it's not going to be as much if you keep it at that 45 versus if you're holding the bar like this. Because I mean, look how tight my arm is to this, you know what I mean? Like, look how tight that is. Whereas if it's here, we're good. I'm gonna hope. I don't think that's a cop. But yeah, so it's better to have that 40. See, and don't hit the line. Hitting the line will make you lose traction. So it's not road. You will lose grip. I just felt myself slide a little right there. You know, and another reason not to ride people's rears up the mountain is because if they live up here and you're being reckless, they can call the cops on you and say, hey, there's a motorcycle coming up, riding people's rears and being reckless. And obviously there's civilians on the road. I mean, at least in my case, you know, we're along a river, so people walk it, people bike it, all that good stuff. Good? All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even doing that insane of speeding and cornering when I'm doing this. I mean, obviously I'm going a little bit faster so I can kind of corner, but I'm not dragging knee over here. I'm not gaining that much speed and leaning near that far for that, by any means. I'm gonna fuck around and drown off this way, doing it on the shows, out on the road. But yeah, obviously be safe. Wear your gear if you're doing twisties, you know. It's just the smart thing to do. You know, I'm not saying you're gonna wreck, but it's just smart to. So I mean, I know a couple people who have wrecked up here. One of my good friends thought he was a MotoGP rider last year, and he accidentally hyperfixated a little bit and had a little, I wouldn't say a wreck, but a little lay down. So his bike's all good. I actually put it back together this fall for him because he moved away, so he needed it put back together, so I did it. I hate Honda fairings. Love you, Taylor, my boy. They were by no means perfect when I put them on there. It was a little scuffed, but you know, he got him. Bike was on one piece, and to my knowledge, they haven't flown off on him, so I think I did pretty okay. Oh no! Radio off. We might have to turn my Senna off. I got out of cell tower range. I don't know how to switch the car off of radio mode and back to Bluetooth. I'm gonna hope I just did it, but I don't know if I did. Nope. Okay. I said I meant Cardo, what the heck? Battery status, 75%. I hope my GoPro's still alive. I think it should be. There is a chance it's not. I mean, it is a pretty long ride up here. So I'm gonna hope it is, but I'll cut out probably a little bit of this, or it'll end soon. So if it ends before I make it up, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next one in case it's ending soon or it's already ended. We should be close though to the end of this ride, I'm pretty sure. If I know this road correctly, this should be the final straight. And I'm sure this is probably going to be a fairly long video. I mean, obviously I'm hoping we made it up here in less than 40 minutes. But I'm hoping we made it in about 30 minutes. Ooh, shitty road. I should have warned him. That's my bad, Gangy. I think we are coming up on the end of it, thankfully. Good chicken sandwich. Words. Good chicken sandwich place too up here. That you take in some of the forest real quick and all that. And it's just pretty. It really is. I love it. I love where I live. It's awesome. Perfect mix of nature and not nature. And yeah, I love it up here. Love it, love it, love it. It's just so peaceful. RV store. I didn't know that. Oh, I hit a dip because I wasn't paying attention. That hurt. Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Mormon Church. Joy. To each their own, to each their own. The other reason why you can't just speed wherever you want, at least up here, is because the sheriff's station is right there. So you can't exactly go barreling through town, which is a good thing. In my opinion, this guy's going a little slow, but that's okay. I always like to park at the gas station. That's where I always go to. There's an ice cream shop across the road and a chicken place right here. So we'll see what our gang's in the mood for. Alrighty. That is going to be it for now, everybody. Till next time.